oh, this must be my imagination to know this is real. This is real, and in my
Which launches a
interpretation,
whole nother set of questions.
yes. Yeah. And so each and every time so for the next 7 years, I worked with the same group of people and the same shaman. And he led us and he guided us like this is what you need to learn. This is what you need to focus on. And it wasn't like a textbook. It wasn't like here's ABCD. It
Hmm.
was like before ceremony and after ceremony, we would speak about things and you could ask questions. And sometimes it was difficult to understand him because he spoke Quechua, he spoke Spanish, and he spoke English. And all of those languages don't necessarily translate the same way. And he had a
Very
pretty
true.
thick accent. So a lot of it was open to my own interpretation, which was my work. It was my work to figure these things out.
Hmm.
And how I interpret something and my work doesn't necessarily match the next person or the next
Well,
person.
that's the thing about cosmic consciousness and our connectedness to it. It is infinite intelligence, basically, specific to us
Yeah,
individually. And
yeah,
so that congruence, that stream of consciousness that's available when we're open and in inquiry, then it shares what's understandable to us in that moment. It doesn't mean we understand all of it. And yet,
right.
have you noticed that uh, over the time that passes beyond that, that there's elements of it that come back into your consciousness for a moment with another little nugget?
Yeah, so like for example, I watched him. There was a woman who had fallen out of a burning building and she was totally crushed.
Hmm.
So in this other realm, I watched him open her up, do whatever he did with a room full of spirits and sew her back together again. But the wasn't real thread, it was just like this glowing white light. And I watched it. And did that correlate to my life? Yeah, it did. I worked in a hospital, so it made complete sense to me. If I would have worked somewhere else, maybe I would have described it another way.
Mhm.
Um,
That's kind of evidence of the psychic surgeons we've heard about in the Philippines that have been doing this stuff for a long time.